Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever walked into a situation already knowing how it will end, and somehow it ended exactly that way? A meeting you expected to go badly and it went bad. A person you knew wouldn't come true and the person didn't come true. A day you woke up saying, this is really going to be a long day, and it was a long day for you. Now here is the uncomfortable truth. You are not predicting your future, you are programming it. In today's video, I'll show you how your expectations quietly shape your result, your relationship, your career, and even how people treat you. And once you see this, you wouldn't unsee it. So by the end of this video, you will understand why people often behave exactly the way you expected them to, why being realistic is sometimes the fastest way to limit your life, and how expectations silently control outcomes even when nothing else changes. If belief controls what actions you take and cause and effect determines your result, then expectation decide what you believe will happen even before you even start. And that means most people are living inside a future they unknowingly rehearse. Let me break it open for you. Whether you realize it or not, you are always acting as a fortune teller in your own life. Not crystal balls, but with your thoughts and your words. When you expect good things to happen, you show up differently. You're more relaxed, more open, more patient. When you expect things to go wrong, you tighten up, you become defensive, you subtly pull away, and people feel that. Your expectation shapes your attitude, and your attitude becomes a mirror the world reflects back to you. This isn't motivational talk, it's human behavior, and it's been proven. Now, two very important key points to note. Key point number one: people rise or fall to your expectation. Here's a powerful example. Robert Rosenthal conducted famous experiment showing how expectations affect performance. So teachers were told that certain students were unusually gifted, even though those students were chosen at random. What happened? Those students performed dramatically better. Why? Because the teachers expected more. They gave the students more attention, more patience, more encouragement. Now, nothing magical happened. Expectation changed behavior, and the behavior changed result. Now, I need you to pause and reflect. How do you expect your co-workers to behave? Your partner, your children, your customers, because they are responding to your expectations, whether you say it out loud or not. But here is where it gets even more powerful, which brings us to our point number 2. You become what you expect of yourself. This is the part most people miss. Your strongest expectations are the ones you hold about yourself. If you expect things to be hard, you approach them tense. If you expect rejection, you hesitate. If you expect success to be for others, you unconsciously step out of the race even before it begins. Now, the law of cause and effect kicks. Hesitation will create missed chances. Missed chances create average results. Average results reinforce low expectations. Becomes a let's flip the expectations, and the loop reverses. When you expect growth, you try longer, you recover faster, and you learn instead of quit. Same ability, different expectation, different life. Now, how do you apply this law of expectation immediately? Expect the best in others. Always assume positive intent. When something goes wrong, don't explode. Get curious, because most of the time there's a reason. People perform better when they feel trusted. Also, you can start at home. Tell your family often that you believe in them. David McClelland found out that the highest achieving families are positive expectations families. Children who are raised with belief and encouragement wouldn't want to disappoint it. You can also bring this into work. As a good leader at work, you can expect excellence, and people will rise to meet it. Lastly, expect more from yourself. Imagine this. What if your future is limited only by your imagination? What if everything so far has been trained? What if your best years haven't happened yet? That expectation alone changes how you show up tomorrow. Now, here's what ties everything together. Belief decides what you think is possible. Expectation decides what you anticipate. Cause and effect decides the result. Change the expectation and the entire change shifts. Your life changes when your actions, belief, and expectations are all aligned. If you haven't yet, make sure you watch my previous videos, which talks about the law of cause and effect, that explain how your actions create results. Also, my previous video that talk about the law of belief, which will help you see how your thoughts decide the actions that you take. Trust me, watch my previous videos and my next video, and suddenly your life won't feel random anymore. You'll start to see the invincible forces shaping your reality and how to master them. My name is Hadassa, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.